So good evening, everyone. So today we have our one of our eminent guests with us, Mr. Ponma Kishan. So he is also being a part of InnovaWorld Private Limited. So today he is going to share some insights with us. Along with that, Dr. Arunava Majumdar, he is our research head. He is also going to join here shortly. Then our Chief Technology Officer, Engineer PK Dhara, he is also there with us in this session. So today I would like to request Mr. Ponmakeshan sir. So please start with some inspirational words with our intern. Please, sir.
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. So thank you, Aishwarya, for giving a short intro about me. So I think here Naman, Karan, and Varshita, Helena, right? So they are being the internship partner program over there, right? They are participating over there, right? Aishwarya?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's good. Nice. Okay.
Actually, there were a
So
few more person. They have not joined due to certain constraints. So, yeah.
fine. So let them understand like what we are planning ahead and how we are doing it. Right? Okay. So once again, welcome everyone to InnovaWorld. So being a young team, we are doing lot of things in the sector of aerospace and defense. So the first thing is we are developing a tech platform which helps to solve the numerical problem in a easier way. InnovaWorld is contributing in various aspects. So we are taking with tech and business sector, industrial and research sector, and third one is academic sector. So in the tech, we are developing a tool which will help us to uh, solve the numerical problems. I hope if you are from aerospace department or any other department, you might have solved numerical problems, right? Calculate velocity, calculate drag, lift, calculate stress, strain. So kind of problems which you are solving day to day in engineering as well as science. So we are developing a tool which will help us to solve that into a using an artificial intelligence, right? We are developing a web application for solving this numerical problem. So that we are doing in tech solutions. And in terms of industrial and research solutions, so we are working on various designs with respect to developing a aircraft, ultra modern aircraft, which can be suitable to attain maximum range. So that we are working on in terms of research, and our CEO Aishwarya Dara itself, being an researcher, she is working in the respective field. And also in terms of collaboration, we are already have a collaboration with NASA, international partner with NASA. So the work what we are doing with respect to aerospace and aeronautical, that will be always shared with NASA and other partners all over the world. So I request all the interns to dedicatedly do that. Whatever the task, whatever the timeline we are giving to you, kindly contribute according to that and follow it up time to time. So if you have any technical questions, technical doubts you want to clarify, we are always there. You can always communicate through Aishwarya, and we will help you in each and every aspect. So coming into the academic part, we are going through outreach programs like organizing the aerospace trainings and uh, workshops, conference kind of thing. So where we are collaborating with the academic institutions, and we are trying to bring the positive change in the students to work in aerospace sector with respect to multidisciplinary. So when we say like aerospace, many have the idea that only an aerospace engineer can work. It's not true. Like any subject, it can be related to physics, it can be related to chemistry, it can be related to electronics, it can be related to computer science. They can also contribute to aerospace sector. There are much needed opportunity for them to contribute in aerospace sector. So what an aerospace engineer can do, like being an aerospace engineer, it's not only meant to work on aerospace sector. For an example, like if you are an aeronautical engineer or aerospace engineer, you can work on wind turbine also, right? Wind turbine is used to generate energy. So the design of blade, it was modified according to the aerodynamics principle. So you can work over there also, right? So you take the cooling system. You can refer with Asus ROG, means Asus Rock phones or laptops. They are having a system called aerodynamic cooling system. So it was designed and developed based on the principle of aerodynamics itself. So what I'm trying to say is, InnovaWorld is an organization which incorporates multidisciplinary aspect rather than into a single disciplinary. So even you are an individual, you have a knowledge in whatever the field it is. It may be aeronautics, or it may be in artificial intelligence, or it may be in developing an app or something like that. There is always, you can do a positive impact in aerospace sector with the help of InnovaWorld. So that's the advantage we guys will be providing to our customers as well as our partners, training partners. So in this regard, I think the people, those who join the internship program and training program with InnovaWorld, surely gather a knowledge on time to time basis, and you will be involved in each and every aspect of how you can develop your career from this learnings for the next few days which you are going to spend with our team. So what are the things you need to highlight? So as I told, we are going to be a multidisciplinary engineer, not like a single disciplinary engineer. Even though I have a knowledge of aeronautical, I can work in various fields. If I am an electronics engineer, even I can contribute to aerospace. So think in that perspective so that you can come up with a good team, good idea, and good product at end of this internship and training program, right? So how you can develop your career furthermore using this internship program? So obviously, having a good research paper will help you to stand out in the scientific community. So try to bring it out some research articles which you are working on at the end of this training program, so that it will be surely helpful to make you who you are. First of all, try to understand like who I am, like what I am capable of doing that. So that this internship will bring it out. And another thing is, try to use LinkedIn as much as more possible. So try to improve your network, try to communicate with international people, not only just like the your institutional or district or state, even country, right? Try to bring out international networking through LinkedIn for the same field where you are working. That will give an opportunity. So even you can collaborate. You can come up with the people, those who are from international community, and you can invite them for this research work what you are going to do in this training program, and they can all also be a part of this program if they want to take it further. So this is what I want to convey. So a short summary of what I have informed here is, always think in the perspective of multidisciplinary and try to be innovative in your thoughts as well as in your actions. So that's all from my end. I wish you all the best for the upcoming days and upcoming programs what it is scheduled for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Kishan. I think you already have covered the majority of the part. That first point is that LinkedIn profile to build connections, to to create the peer connections, whom the areas or the specialization that they are connected. So that will help their further career growth, right? And of course, they are in this internship. They are going to do a research, and today we have our another guest, Dr. Ruchi Chauhan. Ruchi,
Good evening, ma'am. Hello,
thank you,
everyone.
Ruchi, for being here. Yeah, Ruchi, she is gonna deliver the importance of research, how you can propel your life in a further journey, that how the research gonna be helpful for you. She will give a basic outline about the research. She has already completed her doctorate. She's working on different field, especially on industrial engineering. So, Ruchi, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone that are present over here. Today, I will be telling you something related with the basics research, why we do research, what is the benefit of research. For that, it is always convenient. I have got a presentation for everyone so that you can keep in mind each and every point that I will be sharing with you. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. Let me share with you my presentation. Okay. So basically, today I'm here to present the basic idea that if I'm saying research, if we talk about research, why is research and what is going to be the process through which you have to go through and lead to a good researcher or be a good researcher for the future, that all I will be discussing in this presentation. So first of all, very basic topic, very basic point comes that if we are talking about research, what is basically research? Research refers to a search of knowledge. See, we have a lot of things that are being developed around us in the world, and that we need to search. A lot of things is still is pending that we need to work on it. Like sir was talking about aerospace engineering. He was telling you the idea that you should be using the LinkedIn to connect to the different people. What is the purpose of connecting to the different people? See, when we connect and we share the knowledge, that is the one where we learn a lot of things new. It's basically with this way only. It is a scientifically, we when we start talking to somebody, we start sharing the knowledge related to any topic, then the enhancement of the knowledge takes place. Whether we are talking about enhancement of the knowledge of or to that person, or scientific knowledge is developed, that is all is done and can be carried forward to another level with the help of the interaction which he was talking about. You will be gaining knowledge through that one. So it is also basically a research that he wants you to do it so that you can enhance in your knowledge. And it's basically a scientific investigation. Research is basically when you start developing the questions of why and how this is happening. It's basically called as a scientific investigation. According to advanced learners dictionary, if I talk about your research is a careful or inquiry, especially through research for new facts in any branch of knowledge. So it's a new idea that you pitch because you are the upcoming generation, that you must be having a lot of ideas. You can share that one which on which it can be worked out. So that is all is going to be research. So research is basically search of knowledge through objective and systematic method of finding solutions for the problems in research. What is the basic objective? That if I am doing a research on any one topic, then what is the basic objective? The main aim of research is to find out the truth which is hidden and which is not being hidden. For example, if I tell you about the famous, like the apple example, which you very well know, it was fallen, and the main scientist, why he was curious that why the apple has fallen downward direction only, why it is not going upward direction. So that is all is based upon this one only. The purpose is to discover answers to the questions through application of scientific research. So it was done, and it was finded out that it was gravitational pull. And I hope I am not naming the scientist just to know that you guys must be knowing that he's such a famous scientist and he has developed such a great theory which has changed this physics completely. And other than that, we have a broad grouping of the research. We have an exploratory or formulative research, we have descriptive research, we have diagnostic research, we have hypothesis testing research. We have different categories of the research which we are dividing the research into, which we will be discussing in the coming slides in this one presentation. Similarly, what is the motivation? Why we are talking about research every time? See, in this one, the best example is going to be the second last point, that is the desire to serve the society. See, if I talk about this example I have given, if you have attended my last sessions, I have talked about every time that the renewable resources and non-renewable resources which we have learned from the childhood, why it was taught to you. By this time we have reached to a state where our renewable and non-renewable resources, they are replenishing. Now they have reached to a limit that we have a limited stock of our resources, and we need to utilize in such a way that this stock which is left out to us is utilized to a utmost quantity, and secondly it is utilized in such a way that the misuse is minimized, and it is left out to our foreign generations also, sorry, further generations also. So the basic thing is that we need to do the research in such a way that the things which are left to us, or the things that are already there in the society, or they are how to improve that one, that is all is the main perspective of research. If I remember that during the time of the COVID, the vaccine was invented, it was research only, it was a best example of research. And why it was invented? Because it could be beneficial for every person that was present, and he or she could be survived and come out of the COVID one. That was the main purpose of that research, and it benefited everyone. And the second, if I talk about that, yes, it helps you to get an intellectual joy of doing something creative. You will be doing something which is going to be creative, which is going to be out of the box of your book knowledges. You will be doing bringing some new experiment, and you will be developing something new. It is a desire to face the challenge and solving the problem. See, if I'm saying that serving a society is the main purpose of our research, then you need to understand what is the problem of your society, what is the basic problem that they are facing. Accordingly we need to develop, and we need to do some research so that it can be eradicated. For example, if I talk about the one of the major problem that we as in uh, say world is facing right now, everyone in the world is facing, is that we are moving from the global warming to global boiling situation in case of the humidity, in case of temperature. So for that we need to put a research in such a way that we can minimizes the use of electronic products, like we can minimize the use of AC, and what alternative should be brought up to that one, so that the environment, there is no harm to the environment, and this global boiling situation can be minimized. So this is basically what is basically finding a problem in the society, and then finding the solution of that one and eradicating that problem. That is what is your research. And ultimately we do get a degree, research degree, along with its consequences, benefits you will be getting from research. And the most important thing out of all these, what the person will be getting is desire to get respectability. If you're able to solve the problem of the society, you are able to eradicate these problems of the society, the ultimate thing that you will be getting is this respectability. And these are some of the types of research which are there, which can be done based upon your field. Like we have a descriptive research and we have a analytical research. In case of descriptive research, if I talk about, the purpose is to present the facts and the information which is already existing at the present, which are already existing. How now the society, or how the newspapers, or how the agencies are able to say that we are moving from a global warming to global boiling. It's like if they have done the descriptive research which has been, which is present the facts, they have measured the temperature of last 100 years, and they have seen the scenario that how the things are changing, and how the glaciers are melting. That is all being observed by the scientists, and that's the reason they are able to present this idea. So that's a descriptive research. If I talk about analytical search, The purpose is to compare and analyze and evaluate something. It is being compared, they are comparing the datas and they are finding the answers. So we can say yes, when we are comparing our present temperature with the temperature that was there 100 years back, and accordingly we are able to analyze and present the things to us, that could be called as a analytical research. In case of descriptive, it is more rich in language, and in case of analytical, the language is more structured and full of logic, because we are comparing with the help of data. So it is going to be logical, will be there for the conclusion. In case of descriptive research, the basic examples are summary of an article or result of an experiment, whereas in case of analytical research, it includes facts or information, analyzing the data, these to make a critical evaluation. Similarly, we have applied research and we have a fundamental basic research. Applied research, basically, it is going to be applied research aims to finding a solution to immediate problems facing by the societies. That is the example which I gave you, that of global boiling is the immediate which need to be finded out the solution. And because of this one only, the Paris Olympics, they were not using any of the ACs in the rooms or in the rooms of the players, so that they can eradicate the a little bit from the environment, the global warming effect or boiling effect over here. And similarly, if I talk about fundamental basic research, it's a basic research mainly concerned with the generalization and the formulation of the theory that is already existing. We are just doing the generalization for that one. That yes, if this thing is true for some two products, it is going to be true for if I increase the problem or that solution to that particular problem for 10 different products is going to be true. So that is just generalization. Applied, it includes to solve the problems existing faced by the managers. Same thing, that is which is faced by the managers, that is applied research. If I talk about the fundamental, it includes comprehend how problems that occur in the organizations can be solved. And last, we have been applied, that it is one type of research that is used to answer the specific questions, that why, how this is going to be removed. And in case of fundamental, if I talk about, it is a type of research which is driven purely by curiosity and a desire to expand our knowledge, just to increase our knowledge and just to implement one case study or one formula on the another case study and find out the solution of that one. That is called as the fundamental or basic research. Like if I talk about the basic formulas of mathematics, if you have seen, we first find out the solution of one problem, and the same solution, same method is extended for the n number of different problems and find it out the solution. That is called as the fundamental or basic research. Similarly, on the same basis, we have qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative, if I talk about, it is used to gain an understanding reasons, opinions and motivations. Whereas if I talk about quantitative research, it is used to quantify the problems by the way of generating numerical data, or data can be transformed into usable statistics. They are using the data. See, qualitative, if I talk about, they are like more like a speech one. They are giving by theoretical knowledge, they are giving the theoretical concepts, and they are giving us the proofs by the theory. Whereas if I talk about the quantitative, they are giving us the data, the raw data. If they are saying that if a COVID shield or co-vaccine is it very useful comparing to the rest of the vaccines, so they are giving us the data related with that one, and they are comparing the data, and then they are able to analyze the results. That is called as a quantitative research. Qualitative data method vary using the unstructured techniques. Like some, if I ask you 10 set of questions, you give the rating, you give the reviews. That is all is coming into the qualitative data. If I talk about quantitative, it is more of structured techniques are used, utilized, and find out the answer. The 10 questions, the 10 ratings which you are giving, if that is changed into a statistical data, and then it is being utilized to find out the results. So if I talk about, the example is also saying the various forms of surveys which are converted, utilized, done, and then they are converted into statistical data, and then they are evaluated that what is the analysis of the problem that is being done. Whereas in case of qualitative research, common methods include focus groups, individual interviews, observations. A person is being asked that what is going to be the scenario, and interviews are being conducted, and accordingly the answers are calculated or finded out the solution. That is qualitative research. Same way we have a conceptual research and we have an empirical research. If I talk about the conceptual, it is also referred as a analytical or as a researcher. Whereas if I talk about the empirical research, is a methodology that tests a given hypothesis through observation and experiments. In the case of this one, we have assumed something before starting of the experiment. Once the experiment is conducted, then according to the observations, the results are concluded and hypotheses are proved to be true or proved to be wrong. In case of conceptual, it is popular method of research in social sciences and psychology. Whereas social science and psychology is involved, the concept of conceptual research is used. Whereas in case of empirical, depend upon the observation, experiments, and procedures. So you can say that your aerospace engineering, engineering industries, or mathematical sciences field, they all are using the empirical one. And in case of conceptual research, it is related to some or theoretical concepts, whereas in case of empirical research, it relies on experiments, observations without theory. You will be doing an experiment and then you will be analyzing and giving us the answer of your uh, assumptions and your curiosity, your idea that what is the answer you have got from that one. That is called as empirical research. What is the significance of all these one? If I talk about it, significance is that research inculcates scientific and inductive thinking, and it promotes the development of logical habits of thinking and organization. If in this the some point is saying is this one, that it develops, inculcates in the person the idea of scientific thinking, that why, how this is happening, what is the reason of happening of this thing, is it, if it is adversely affecting, then how it could be eradicated from the society, and its consequences, or its consequences could be reduced. Inductive thinking, it promotes your inductive thinking, and it helps it the habit of logical reasoning, that why this is happening and what is the purpose of this thing. That is all is done with the help of research only. The role of research in several fields of applied economics, whether related to the business or economy as a whole, has greatly increased in modern science times. If I talk about the best thing is, if I talk about it, in your economics field also, they have developed a lot of the things in economics. I am talking about that they have developed a lot of business models based upon this one. But in case of industries, if I talk about like aerospace industries, if I talk about, they have done a lot of research, that what type of craft should be there and how they should be handling. If I'm saying what type of craft should be there, so it is based upon that how much pressure each place is having and how they should be able to handle. And every cost element, your passengers, your design of the craft, everything is being worked upon as research is carried upon in each element, so that when the actual model is prepared for the passengers or for individual use also, it should be effective enough and it should be safe enough for the person, so that it can be utilized with the maximum benefit. That is the main purposes of research. We It is done with the research. Research provides the basis for nearly all government policies in our economic system. If I talk about this one, yes. If you guys have heard about the Nobel Prize won by the Indian in economics, what was the experiment of that one? He basically conducted a very small experiment in the rural area that is currently going on, that if we are providing the food to the people, poor people, like if I talk about the simple food that is provided to the people in the schools, they are ready to attend the classes in government schools till 8th standard, and it is provided, and the people are attending the school and they are gaining the knowledge. The purpose of the government was to improve the quality of education, to improve the literacy rate, main literacy rate of the society. And with this, they conducted an experiment, they did research that yes, could be done this way. They have conducted an experiment and it turned out to be a huge success. No, not only the literacy rate was improved, but yes, they were able to reduce the malnutrition rate also. Yes, we were getting benefit from there, that the students were ready to, from every family, from poor family, they were able to come to the camp schools, and they were able to study, and they were able to get a nutritious food from their schools. So it was an experiment. It was an experiment which was conducted, and which I was talking about, that research is basically your analytical. They have put a logic over there, they have analyzes, and they have put a logic over there, analyzed the society, and accordingly it was proposed that this should be done. And accordingly the results were outstanding, that yes, the food quality which was given, the malnutrition to rate would decreased, infertility rate decreased, and the quality of education, it also, literacy rate also increased. So these all were the positive benefit which was given, that yes, the women's were having knowledge about it. As well as we have, research has its a special significance in solving various operational and planning problems of business and industries. This also gives us every industry that is being established. If I give you the example of Apple, if I give you the example of Tesla, before establishing their main industry, they established their research centers in any of the society, just to analyze that what is the current status of the society in terms of what are their problems, what the solutions they are demanding, and how it is going on, and accordingly the product is manufactured and it is delivered to the people. And accordingly it is the industries research department works for the development of their model. Research is equally important for social scientists in studying social relations, in studying uh, in seeking answers to various social problems. Like if we talk about that, we have various researchers, various scientists, those who are working on the criminals, those who are there in the Thar jails. They are also studying their psychology, that what is the problem they are facing in the society, what is the reason of their being doing such type of crimes and being present over there. Studying their brain, studying their behavior is also a type of research which is being carried out by different fields. So if I talk about research, research is not related with one particular field, it is related with every field. It gives you output. Basically, if I talk about research, is a very basic element, is just to know which is not known to us. The research is just that word, that you are seeking to find out the truth which is not known to us yet. That is the basic meaning of the research, that is there we are talking about. So I guess this is the point which I wanted to discuss about it, the research, that what is going research. And just one second. So this is the basic thing which I am talking about, that what is the benefit of research and how it is going to be beneficial to everyone, no matter you are from any field, you are from your aerospace engineering, you are from your CSC engineering, you are from any field. We have a lot of problems that are prevailing in a society which can be studied with respect to your field, and that can be improved and can be worked upon it. With this, I have few more points which I would like to tell you with the research. Very simple examples I will be quoting over here. In that one, suppose I talk about the sports car. Sports car, if I'm talking about sports car, have they give you, they do research in every perspective of every part of the car, whether it is your steering wheel, whether it is your engine, whether it is your comfortable seat. They do research in every part of their car, so that when the person is driving, he is feeling at utmost comfortable while he is driving that vehicle. So that's a point of research. See, everyone, those who are developing their product, if I talk about your Apple also, we have a lot of customers of Apple. We have a lot of famous customers of Apple. They have customized their Apple cell phones so that no one can hack them. We have special technologies or special uh, customized product for them that have developed so that their cell phones cannot be hacked. So that is all is done with the help of the research. This is also basically the concept of research. Science, if I talk about medical is far ahead in research. the research is going on in the field of medical, so that daily on daily basis the way of doing the surgeries is also improving. It is not that old traditional method where the surgeons were used to do a lot of cut and we used to do the stitching and do the, but in today's scenario we have a robotic surgery. It is all based because of the research which is being carried out. Now the we are slowly leading to AI, artificial intelligence world, which is bringing us a lot of new opportunities in field of research. In case of aerospace, if I talk about, we have a lot of things that are still undiscovered in the space which need to be studied. That is again is going to be way ahead of research. That is all being going to be carried out. So research is basically not restricted to any one particular field. It is a very wide subject, which is totally your curiosity that how you go ahead, and it is not related that yes it should be started after graduation. You have a lot of opportunity where you live in a society and you can find out the solution of that one while staying over there at after 12th or after graduation. You have a lot of opportunity which you can do it. With this research you have, you can write down research papers, you can just write down small articles, you can write down chapters. With this you can also go for development of your project if you have any good, very good idea which you can get patent. So these all are the opportunities which are there in research. You just need to think and you need to put up your idea in a systematic way so that it can be beneficial to one or the other lot of the society. So that is all basically is the research which we have talking about. Now you have any point which you want to ask me about the research, you can ask me that one.
Yeah, thank you, Ruchi.
And
And students, you have any questions? So you can unmute and ask.
Ma'am, is there any particular we are working on?
research, come again, research what?
Any particular research? There are few types of research. Na, you told us about analytical and
Okay,
etc.
see in this one if I tell you, I have done two types of research. I'm talking about like you're more of scientific, what scientific people do it. Like you are from science background or aerospace, you have two varieties of doing the research. One is going to be your analytical research, where you will be performing an experiment, you will be getting a data, you will be comparing that one, and you will be getting comparing the data and you will be getting the answer of your questions. That is going to be one analytical. The other one is more is going to be like your hypothesis one, where you are going to assume that yes, with the help of this experiment, if some experiment, already existing experiment is done, you have read some the output of that one, you want to apply that experiment somewhere else, then you will be assuming that it could be possible that the same experiment will give me same result for another type of situation. Now when you perform the experiment on the other situation, it could be possible that you are getting the same result or different result. We use such type of a research also, hypothesis. Third is basically we will be using empirical, where we are going to be already develop the theories, we challenge them, we find out the contradictory of that one, we find out the solutions contradictory to that one that are prevailing in the society. So basically science people are more of revolving around these three things.
Right. Any other question?
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening,
Ma'am,
Karan.
my question is that we all are working in same in one topic, or we are doing in different topics. Like we are here in 6 members, like so we will do our own research paper, or we will doing with
Yeah, all will be
divided
doing
up.
a individual one. All will be doing a individual one because all individuals are specialized in different domain. Okay, whoever is here right now, and apart from that, there are other people also who are not present or available today right now. So they will also be a part of that. So all are going to do an individual work.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Any other question? All right. So I hope no other questions. So thank you once again, Dr. Ruchi. So being here and sharing and wonderful insights about the basic types of research and how actually you have nicely presented the application part also. That how the things works and all, and you have given a real time examples and all. I hope this type of this research is quite clear to them, and in future keep guiding our interns regarding research work so that they can boost up their career as well as
It would be
they
pleasure
can
of
definitely get
mine.
applied.
Thank you so much. It would be really pleasure if I will be able to help them in any way in research.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.